Good morning, Fleet Commanders. Hello again. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to get ourselves set up here in just a second. We'll do some Stream Raiders in a little bit too. Oops, that sucks. Just getting the stream set up and I just got my ship killed. Yep, it happens. Okay. So I swapped out my Sunday stream for a Saturday stream today. Tomorrow being Mother's Day, I do have some Sunday brunch plans with Mom and the rest of the family. So it's like, I'm going to need to get another stream in. How am I going to do that? I'm like, I'll just stream Saturday morning. Perfect. So we're going to get this going a little bit this morning. See who's around, see who's awake. Play a little Fleet Command, play a little Stream Raiders. Hang out, have a good time. The usual. The huge. We're going to do the huge. It's going to be huge. And we'll bring over our Stream Raiders as well. Let's see what we got in store for today on the Stream Raiders. Kill units, place barbarians today. Okay. Get our free crystals. What can we buy? Ooh, Saint Scrolls. Yes, please. I can upgrade our Saint. I think I'll also take the Warrior Scrolls, and then I can upgrade him. I have just enough gold available to do that. And let's look at a campaign map. Ooh, we got a big fight coming. So we either got a 4 or a 4 and a 2. I think I'm going to go this way, take the 2, just to get things started. Got some sharpshooters in here. Stewie, thank you very much for the follow. And thank you for your support with the Discord as well. Very much appreciated. For those of you not already doing so, Stewie Doo and his group have a wonderful officer tool, which you can get through Discord. Great way to track your officers, the officer shards you have, what you need to level them up, and especially great for figuring out different away team missions. I do have a video that goes through that on my YouTube channel in more detail about how to all the different away team missions that are available, all the different traits that are required for them. You can see the rewards, and you can kind of plan out exactly which officers you'd want to invest your trait XP in. That tool is incredibly useful for that. All that information is in the YouTube channel for that one. Thank you. I thought it came out pretty well. I was pretty happy with it. The tool has undergone some updates since then. I think I did that video maybe 6 months ago. Those guys over there keep working on it, keep improving it, adding new features and things to it all the time. So always be sure to check back for the latest versions of it. And we're just inching closer and closer to our monthly goal here. Oh, that's not on the screen. I took it down because I was recording a new video this morning. I need my Stream Raiders back up. And where is my goal? There's my goal. All right, got some people putting in some units. Very much appreciate that. Thank you all very much so far for jumping into this Stream Raiders fight. Looks like we're going to get off to a good start here and then move into our boss battle afterwards. I need that window. We're up to 159 on the old follower tree. Trying to get to 175 for the month of May. Picking up 25 followers a month. Also trying to get 100 people over on the YouTube page. I've got about 500 YouTube subscribers, I'm sorry, on YouTube. I would like to get that up to 600 by the end of May. So tell your friends, hey, there's a guy, he does some pretty good content. He's got a lot of information. Tries to present it in at least a fairly interesting way. Doesn't talk too fast compared to some of the other people. And does speak very clearly and enunciates well. Not that I don't know what that matters for. I don't know. Just it's weird trying to describe yourself in the way you talk. He's got a voice like a white Morgan Freeman. There you go. That's how you describe it. I've gotten that comment more than once from a couple of people. They're like, "You sound like a white Morgan Freeman. Can you narrate my life?" It's like, if you really want me to, but no, I really probably don't have the time to do that. Sorry. So what do we got going on this morning? We're basically in limbo here. So we got our Icarus Factor wrapping up here in about an hour and a half. Hopefully you've done all of these. Looks like my alliance is going to finish pretty well here. So we will get a couple of Riker shards. Importantly, some of that trade XP I was talking about. And our 3D chess pieces. Good for our event store. I did just upload my video on the event store. My thoughts and strategies for what to pick out of it this month for both higher and lower level players. That's on my YouTube channel, previously mentioned. That went up yesterday, and going up in a little bit is part 2 of my Ops 16 to 20 tutorial. There's a lot of ground to cover between 16 and 20, so I split it into 2 parts so it wouldn't get too long. But here's the kicker, this one. This is the one that's people seem to be the most upset about today, is the officer recruit event one. The recruit the TNG milestone. It does require spending a lot of materials to reach the point milestones. Now, you do have the option of also spending rare and epic Armada directives to get there. It's a 2-day event. I feel pretty confident I'm going to hit it on my high level account. It's the lower level accounts that are really screwed over by this one, though. Right now, this account, we also have an away team event coming up today, so don't cash in any of your away team missions, and make sure you get your officers out there. Get them out there on some longer missions and things like that, because it's a 2-day event. So you'll have until I think Monday morning to complete that one. So plan ahead with that one. But right now I've got a Centurion who's just kind of camped out. This one went maxed out. I'm just trying to get these last 2 or 3 levels so that I can send it to the scrapper, because I need the G4 resources. It's hard saying goodbye to some of these mid-20s ships that served me so well for such a long period of time, but unless you want to, you got 2 options. You can be sentimental and nostalgic and you can buy the new stuff, or you can recycle the old stuff and get the new stuff for faster and cheaper, and that's the option that I'm taking this morning. Good morning, Olympus. Welcome to the show. But it's the low-level accounts that got completely shafted. Oh, I wasn't paying attention again, and now this guy's dead. Oof. I forgot feds hate me, and sometimes those big guys spawn. All right. Damn it, Tibbs, pay attention. Okay. So, as I was saying, it's the low-level players in this officer recruit event. Did it just crash? Okay. 50,000 points, which is 500 G3 or higher materials. This account is level 20. It barely has access to the refinery to get any G3 materials, and the amounts that it gets through missions and things is incredibly low. They also give you the option to spend directives to get points, which you can't do until Ops 23, so that's really stupid that it's there. It really feels like it just did a 20 to 25 bracket on this, and should have probably distinguished and done a 20 to 22 and then a 23 to 25 bracket, basically separating out the people who can spend directives and the people who can't. But they didn't do that, and that's kind of crappy. See, this guy's a 24. He can spend directives. He has an Armada control center. 23, same thing. These people have other options. Yeah, I know how to do the old Picard maneuver and ditch them. Just wasn't paying attention. You actually have to pay attention and be in the system and watching it for when you know that first ship spawns. If you're running your mouth and not paying attention and doing something else, you end up dead. But for all of our other viewers out there, we can demonstrate that real quick when we get in the system in about 2 minutes. Let's see if I have enough time to do my augment recruits. 12 minutes. Okay, we'll come back in 12 minutes. So there is a heroic recruit event going on that does give out some 3-star crystal that I would certainly like, because I don't know how. I don't know how I'm going to get the rest of these points. You know, I spent 150 already. I still need another 350 to get to these last 2 milestones. And you're just like, okay, well, you just won't get the Picard shards. Well, it's not that simple, because they put the May Completionist event in there as well. There's only 27 of these events, so if you don't finish all 27 of them, then you don't get Tendi, because it's an all or nothing with her. And they did talk about, they did screw up, and certain players got double credit for one of these events, so they have 8 points instead of 7 right now. But they are going to make some type of adjustment to the calendar later in the month, maybe possibly taking an event out, so people won't have an extra token or an extra event available to them. They really did the lower players dirty this month with this one. You know, here's an opportunity to get Tendi for free. It's a free-to-play path. You just have to complete all the events, and then they set the bar too high on the lower level event. So basically everybody who's doing it is getting the extra point, so then they're just taking the event out later in the month to compensate. So there won't be an extra point floating around, and you'll still have to complete all the events, and you can't just skip one then. Okay. Speaking of low levels dealing with the battle pass, you wouldn't happen to know what level is required for the lower specialty ships like the North Star and Baby Jelly to show up, would you? Alright. In the event store, what's the minimum level you'd have to be to get them? Or they'll increase the requirement to 28 points. That's also a possibility. Yeah, Eco put out the announcement where they were still discussing it, whether they'll just take an event off the calendar or whether they'll keep all the events and then just change the point requirement to 28. That's a good point, Stewie. Olympus. So it's probably going to be fairly relative to your ops level. Like the Baby Jelly should show up, you know, ops. You can build it at ops 12. So all right, so here we go. So this is how you do the Picard maneuver. I'll finish that thought in a second. So this guy's coming in, he's chasing me. You click a point near him, you hit go. You hit, no, Stupid lag sometimes on BlueStacks is painful. All right, you need to get more of a running start. So pick a spot over there. We hit recall. Then we hit stop. This guy continues to go to that point that I had clicked on, and then we just sort of sit and wait him out. When he gets to that spot, this little red circle around him will disappear and he'll basically freeze in place. And then he'll just sit there and stop chasing me. People used to use this in armadas. You would get in the armada circle and then send them to the other side of the system, and then you just sort of sit there and wait. But it actually works a lot better if you just create a point closer to where you are. Just remember to hit stop before you warp out of the system. And now he's stuck there. Now I can go wherever I want. And then he'll eventually disappear when I die. Okay, so the baby event store. So if you can build the jelly at 14, I would expect that it would show up, or at 12 rather, I would expect that it would show up relatively close to that. Franklin and North Star probably not going to see until maybe 16. Because this is 17 and this is 18 to build. And usually they don't let you go up more than like a level or so. Like I can only see the Discovery, which is at 21, going up one level, but I can't see things like the Vidar or the Stella. That would be at 25 or 27. They're too far. I don't think there's any other specialty ships in between. Not everything else is all higher up at, 25, 26, 27. So I'm going to guess 16 for the Franklin, maybe 17 for the North Star. Got to be within one level in order to see them. That would be my guess. These are all 26s. I don't want any 26s. I need 25s. Where did all the 25s go? There's one. So I'm trying to finish up my dailies here, although I don't think it's going to be enough. What do I still need? Like 6,000? I need 7,000 Romulan points to get to the next level, which would then get me more of these recruit, which I need recruit credits for to finish up the heroic recruit event that we have this morning, because that gives 3-star crystal, since I need all the 3-star resources I can get to try and hit those milestones, even though I know it's a pipe dream and I'm never going to get anywhere near it, and I'm basically poop out of luck. My only other option would be to beg my way into some armadas today and try and open up some armada chests. But it would have to be rares or epics, because these just have really, there's a few small amounts of 3-star resources in the uncommon packs. Maybe I can get a few out of that, but the rare would be the one that would have more of the bigger bundles. Some of these 20s that I might have a shot at, snowball's chance in hell at. Otherwise, it just doesn't seem likely that there's any way that I can finish this. Even with scrapping ships and things, it's still going to come up pretty short. Alright, so I finished that. I'm not going to cash in the Klingon ones because I want to keep the Romulan rep where it all needs to be. But we do have a North Star now, which is awesome. How's our Stream Raiders fight doing? We got 12, 13 minutes left to go there. Okay. We got 25 units in here. Awesome. 26. And these guys are relatively weak. Level 1s, level 1s. Some level 5s back here, but overall... Oh, hey, there we go. In case anybody needs that for an event. What are my quests today? Earn assists from buffing, kill, win battles. I gotta place barbarians. Oops. All right. But we do have a boss fight available. And I could go this way for an extra fight, but probably not. I'll probably just do the 2 bosses this morning. 2 boss fights in a row. That seems like a good way to go. Okay, my stream elements worked. All right. Thanks for the lurk, Stewie. I appreciate the support there. I'm slowly making these little tweaks and adjustments to do all these cool things, all the fun things I see all the cool kids doing. But yeah, where are we at on this event? I need 645 points to get to the next level. Obviously, it's a big chunk of titanium, but it's the 5 uncommon crystal that I really want. And I'm severely lacking in officer shards because there was another officer leaderboard yesterday that I spent a big chunk on to get crystal, so then I could do my prime research for prime building speed. Or prime research speed, rather. I do need to get the shipyard going here to 20, so that way when I get done unlocking the Kira, I can actually build it. But I am trying to save up for the primes to do those if I can, because they'll obviously give me a longer term benefit than spending the resources on the ships. Let's see if we can do the augment guys yet. 2 minutes. Okay. I'll actually look at the clock this time. And this account over here, the big account, we don't really have a whole lot to do. Like I said, we're just kind of trying to grind out these last couple levels, 2 levels, and then I can scrap the Centurion. What's he getting per kill here? $1,500 XP per kill. We're using a Talon as captain to get the XP bonus, along with Goon, who also has an officer ability for XP, and then I just threw somebody else on to give her synergy, to give Talon synergy to boost this a little bit further. So basically getting 70% extra XP plus whatever's in the research. So I'm getting 1,500 a kill. So 10 more kills is 15,000. It gets me to 43. And then I'll probably need, another 350,000 or so. So we got a ways to go, but that's something just to sort of sit there and work on in the background while we wait for our event reset in the next hour. So in the meantime, we'll just work on the account that I can actively do something with. I guess the other thing I could do to get officer shards is I could cash in. I don't really want to because I want to save them for the bundles, which I need 30 and 35,000 for. But if I came up really short, I could always invest in officer shards that I know I'm going to get anyway. Like I know I'm going to get Cath shards. I could just get 12 of them now, but that's only 600 points. Still leave me a little bit short. Let's see what this does. Let's see how many we get off of this. 9, 15, 17, that's 170 points basically. And I'll take the plutonium because I need that for the Botany Bay. And then later we'll get do some green data and get some resources for that. 6,500. That's a lot for an hour. The other thing would be to use Ultra Recruit tokens, which I also don't want to do because there's an event for those next week. Next weekend is an Ultra Recruit event, and I want to make sure I can finish that one. Because that's going to actually be part of the completionist milestone, although if I if I don't even get that far because I failed this one, then I don't know what's going to happen next. Let's see what's in the battle pass. If there's anything coming up today. There's ore today. How much ore? 29 ore today. Is that going to be enough to get me my next prime? Because one of my prime build speed, no, that one needs 10 gas. One of my primes requires 100, prime hulls must be 125. So I need 30 and the battle pass is going to give me 29. That sounds about right. Gotta love Scopely. Alright, what missions can we do? Hey, there's 12 gas. What do I gotta do to kill this guy? That guy looks pretty easy. I think I can get him. I thought I had a mission. That's 12 gas. That'll get me the other prime. If I do the 2 primes, that's 200, and I needed 350, so if I can pull a rabbit out of my ass and find another 100 and something gas, maybe there's a small chance in hell that I pull this off. So then I guess we need to keep the Ultra Recruits just in case. Of course, the last-ditch effort I also have is the ability to cash in my 30-day chest. Gets me 10 Carol shards. I didn't want to have to do this. That's 1,500 points toward that other event. Moves me up quite a bit. Also does give me 25 of each resource, so there's 75 of each right there. Plus there's the recruit tokens and stuff that I need, and some speed ups. I didn't want to have to cash this in yet because I wanted to hold off on doing this until I got up to 22, and then my Devore prints were available. But it might be the only way that I can get the resources to finish. There's not really anything in here. All right. I'm gonna think on that. I got that in my back pocket. That's my like emergency plan C. It's just gonna, I'm sacrificing my plan, my strategy for further down the road in order to get a chance at something now. There is another G3 spend event. I think it's in 2 weeks. Let's look at the calendar. So, cadet training, no. TNG crew leaderboard. This is spend G3 or higher. Discovery is a spending discovery recruit tokens. And then here at the end, the 15th and 16th is spending ultra recruit tokens to get discovery officers. And then when you get into the TOS on the 20th and the 21st, so I'd have 2 weeks to sort of accumulate again another 500 something resources, maybe through more. This is kind of toward the end of the battle pass, 20th and 21st. It's kind of toward the end of the calendar, so I'd hit a few more milestones between now and then. I'd obviously have 28 daily refineries to get me little slivers here. We'd have some ticketed events as well. But yeah, I mean, there'd be some bigger chunks. I mean, here's 110 right there, and in this end of the battle pass is where we're going to be at that point in time. 110, 140. There's a lot bigger chunks of resources available down here. Just haven't quite gotten that far yet. So if I kind of go all in now, which is what I'm thinking I have to do, we're going to do this mission first. Actually, we're going to do our Stream Raiders fight first. Then we're going to do this mission, see what reward I get off of that. This is a secondary Findra I'm working on here that I could then scrap. How long is this going to take to tier up? 15 hours? Alright, let's do it. Let's get that started. Let's do our Stream Raiders fight. Yeah, I think it's just enough. 2 weeks, right? Especially because of the big chunks of resources in the battle pass. All right. Let's get some kills. Somebody's getting a barbarian. Somebody's getting 20 gold. 84 Sale gets a barbarian. Dringe gets the gold. Congratulations on that. Alright, now we're going into a couple of big boss fights here. So what did it say? It was barbarians. Where's my barbarian? Where's my barbarian? There he is. Put some troops there in the middle. We got some level 20s here. A little bit harder of a fight. And some ranged guys down here in the corner. We'll worry about later. 62 on 54 should be okay here, especially with a 20% damage reduction. Cool. That helps a con mission. Alright. So we got some decent resources off that, and now we got a new con mission. Collect 500 augment credits. Well, darn it. I just got a whole bunch of those just a few minutes ago. Alright. Oh. Well, that was a first. We got some storms going on here, which have been kind of windy. That was my lights just flickering, which hasn't happened yet in this house. That guy's a little too big, I think, even for the double tap. We do have a few speed ups. Did we finish the research event? I think I did, but no, we did not. Oh, it's just one crystal, though. Yeah, that was interesting. Usually it hasn't really happened yet there, but it has been kind of windy lately, so uh, all morning feeling that rain driving into the side of the house. Okay, so we got some gas. That was a prime. Was it build speed? It was build speed. 100% build speed. Awesome. Damn it. I was hoping that would have got me to the next tier because this also would have gotten me 450 and 300, another 750 officer shard points. What do I still need for this? Let me do the math. To the next level, 1,700 points. I need to spend 17 G3 uncommons. I don't know that I can upgrade the North Star. Anything else on it right now? But obviously getting the building speed up is a big benefit. Really going to save some time on some of these upgrades. The primes are a huge benefit. They're just not worth the price that they charge for them in the store. I don't know that they sell some of the early level primes. Prime damage is only 10 bucks. Prime resources is 5 bucks. The other ones don't unlock until you start spending because they're a higher price point. And they don't really show you anything that's too high other than like the battle pass stuff in the beginning. You kind of have to spend a little bit first, and then you start seeing those $49 and $99 options, which includes a lot of the prime researches. But you can get a good chunk of them for free without spending a dime. Just a little bit of patience, sometimes using the scrapyard, sometimes doing some other stuff. If we use a few of those, few of these. Yeah, let's use one more, 15. All right. What's left? Now I'm going to do some math. So I spent 233 so far. So I need another 267. I need 267. I can do the other prime at 125. That leaves me with about 142 left to spend tomorrow, between today and tomorrow. We need this ship leveled up. We're going to do the same thing we were doing before. I need Talon as captain. Is there anybody else from her group? They're on away team missions. You're just going to add 3%. I think he's not going to work. I think we need Scotty over McCoy. Alright, let's go grind some XP. We'll kind of do the same thing we're doing there. Augment space is great for this one once you get your reputation a little bit in the negative, because the bounty hunters that come out are reasonably close to the same strength as the levels in the hostiles in the system, as opposed to the ones in faction space, which are significantly higher. We're going to see if there's anything else we can do to the North Star here in terms of upgrading it. That's all I have is the 2 gas. That's common. That's also gas. Okay. Alright, this sucks, but we're going to have to do it. It's the only way I think I get there. So, where's my 30-day loyalty chest? Gives me the Latinum, it gives me the common, gives me the recruits that I'm going to need for the Ultra Recruit event next week. Gives me the speed ups. Really didn't want to have to open this when I did, but I don't really have a choice if I want to be able to complete these milestones. Got to get creative when you're doing it free to play, and sometimes that means taking a small step back so you can take a bigger step forward. But hey, in the meantime, we get to upgrade our North Star. That's 2 days. And we could take it up a little further. I'm going to hold off on these until the 12 o'clock event reset, and then that'll help me do my faction daily as well. All right, so this should get me these officers, gets me the additional points, which should get, did it not get me the recruit one? Nope, we need 550 to get the last one there. But I should have some standards. Yeah, we got 300 standard recruits. We'll open these first. See if we get those final few points this way. Yep, a whole bunch of... Oh, there we go. There's 60 of it. And then we'll do premiums if we have to. And there's another 50. Keep getting these stans. I'll keep taking them. Take another stan. Okay. And 2 Arix in the process. Yeah, well, you know, whenever you have a good plan, Scopely always does something to screw it up for you, so. Okay, so we're halfway home. So I need to spend another 248. And 125 of that is going to be in the ore. So that's 123 that I would need left between gas and crystal. I think we can get there. I think we can do it. I'll have a whole day to figure out how, but I think I can do it. But in the meantime, what do I need for this? How many more officer shards? 370. Okay. We're about halfway through our Stream Raiders time. If you haven't put a unit down yet, you still have some time to do it. Let's open up a couple of these one at a time. Hopefully we get some epics and make this nice and quick. Hey, we got Zhao. Too bad I don't have anybody to trigger morale yet. But that's 130. There we go, 150 for a Mitchell shard. But I think I'm like, this should do it. Getting closer to unlocking Moreau a little bit there. Still a ways to go, though. Okay. So that just got me 10 of the crystal that I need. So we're getting resources. Now we just have to figure out how to spend them. And you've got a ways to go. You've got 10 levels to grind. And there go those flickering lights again. Yes, sir. That is next weekend's big event. So we're saving on, hanging on to those ultras. Poor. I already opened that chest. Thank you for telling me again. One of the guys in our alliance here, his North Star is basically stuck. It won't let him move it or do anything with it. He put in a ticket, and of course the standard response is, well, have you tried clearing your localization? He's like, yes, I've done that 5 times. Well, try uninstalling the game and reinstalling it. I've done that twice. I did that before I put the ticket in. Okay, well, we'll look into it again. It's like, meanwhile, you know, it's a full almost 2 days now that his North Star has basically just been stuck. And that's disappointing. You know, it's almost like you want to tell him, you should, you know, in your first ticket, hey, my ship is stuck. I've already done these things. Can we just skip to the final resolution where you guys actually go in and fix it yourself? Because, you know, I kind of know already that, you know, it's like when you call IT, tech support at work, and they're like, well, have you tried rebooting your computer? It's like, oh, I didn't even think about that one. Well, hang on, let me do it right now, and I'll call you back. It's like, Of course I did that before I called you. I know some people really don't, but the majority of people try that first. You once had a ship load into the system outside of the barrier, so your ship was just like stuck over here. That's weird. How is our... How's this ship doing? Yeah, we're making progress. We're creeping along into 43. Maybe we'll claim our extra 4-hour chest. Here's 100 officer XP, because that's what a level 44 really wants and needs. 100 officer XP. Thank you for that free gift. I'd say I wiped my ass with it, but it wouldn't even cover one cheek, so... Alright. This account's in good shape. Let's call this guy back. We're bubbled up there for a minute. Just to save on a little bit of bandwidth here. I'm going to exit the game on this account for a minute. Just to see if that helps this account run a little smoother. I'm streaming. I'm running Stream Raiders. I got OBS and Twitch up, you know. If I can just cut that back just a little bit. That does seem to be a little less choppy. Since I'm not exactly doing anything on that account right now, I'm kind of waiting until reset at noon. Well, that's fair. It wouldn't even cover the crack then. But thank you for correcting me on that one, Stu. You're right. I don't want to cover my cheeks. Wait a minute. You mean when you wipe your ass, you don't get the cheeks too? It's one of those things nobody really talks about, right? Like we all do it every single day. Nobody talks about it. And after you're like 3, nobody really explains to you how to do it either. It's just like, you know this now. This just go do this. It's like brushing your teeth in that regard too. Like nobody sits there and has to come. How do you brush your teeth? Oh, I do front to back. Well, I do side to side. Well, I go up and down. Well, that's really the way the AMA says you should do it. Is more up and down rather than side to side. It's just one of those things we just don't talk about. You have a spreadsheet for that too? I wouldn't doubt it, Stewie. You guys over there. You got spreadsheets for everything, and some fine spreadsheets they are. And good afternoon to you too, Bioman. Thank you very much for joining the show. You have 10 minutes if you you have 10 minutes to get a fighter into the Stream Raiders battle that we got going on. It's a bigger fight, and we got a boss fight coming up right after that. Also, thank you for watching the Event Store YouTube video that I put up yesterday and commenting on it. Greatly appreciate the feedback there as well. That's your new spreadsheet, huh? The stool tool? Tracking people's responses to how they wipe their ass? Uh, we have gone down an interesting little rabbit hole here, but that's sometimes just what you gotta do, right? It's fun conversations. It's all in good fun. Bioman's like, what the hell did I walk into? They're talking about wiping their ass? Like, we don't talk about these things over in Europe. It's the internet. You're used to it. I mean, Stewie, if you're steaming over there, I mean, that's a different... That might be a different problem altogether. Let's see if this works. Hey, well, at least it linked to your Twitch account. Um, it probably won't let you post in the chat. Let's see if I can get to Discord. Just for those of you who are not already using said officer tool. That would be the link to Stewie's Discord that has the officer tool on it. He does regular updates to it. And the battle log tool now as well. That's one where you export the battle log and then you can kind of break it down and get all the different metrics from it. Yeah, I saw Highlanders was talking about that the other night, maybe like a week or so ago. I love that tool because it makes me less of one. All right. Well, I don't think you're a tool, Bioman, but you know, if you feel like that's helping you move in the right direction, uh, yeah, go for it then. So, but there is the link to Stewie's Discord server. And then over here you got different release notes and stuff about the tools and how to use it, and the links to the actual Google Doc is right there. Well, these are the older ones. Um, you got the link to the battle log is also here. Please make a copy. Just download it and save it. All that fun stuff. All right there on his official Discord page. So do make sure that you are checking that out. It's a very useful game aid, we'll call it. It's an official game aid that can really help with your planning and strategy and sort of analyzing. It's Star Trek, right? It's a little nerdy. You got to do some math. That's just kind of how it works out, right? It's very thematic that way. Um, Being able to do that math and kind of see, and then being able to track your growth against different things too, and seeing how you've progressed. If you have battle logs from a couple months ago versus now, you know how your officers have leveled up and upgraded from April to May, and how different targets you've killed and have been successful with. So hoping to next make the next multilingual, so it should work regardless of the language in game. Well, that would be awesome. Uh, you know, just looking over here in Galaxy Chat on the European server, most of the time I don't know what half these people are talking about. You're looking up and you see, oh, here's a decent little conversation people are having in chat, and then you at some point you scroll back far enough, and then it just looks like a bunch of random symbols and letters, which are usually the Russian or Ukrainians or of course, now they're going to prove me wrong because these guys were having an actual English conversation. Every day I log into this and I check Galaxy Chat, and there's some crazy Russian hieroglyphic conversation going on here. There we go. See, I don't know what this says. I don't know what's going on there. Hey, oh, here's some people talking in German. Nein sprechen Sie Deutsch. Yeah, I don't. That's about it. I went to Germany for a weekend, and that's basically all I don't speak German. It was basically all I knew how to say. Um, but having a tool that multilingual certainly will expand the market appeal of it for sure. Hey Norwich, welcome to the show. You've got 4 minutes if you don't already have a soldier down in our Stream Raiders fight. Bioman got a guy in there. This is a harder fight. This is a 4 sculler. We're fighting on liquid hot magma. Yes, magma. That's a decent impression. And then when this one's done, looking at our map here, we've got, that's it right there. That's the loyalty boss chest coming up there. So we got a gold chest and we got a loyalty boss chest. So make sure to get your troops on the battlefield. You've got 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 40 seconds if that countdown timer is right. Good thing is, if you can speak English, all you need to do is speak slower and louder, and everyone suddenly understands. If you watch enough movies, right, that's how you do it. Every time I think about that, I just think of Chris Tucker just yelling at Jackie Chan. But just make sure what we got going on here. Okay. I'm gonna guess. What are we going with? Dutch Bioman? That you just typed there in the chat? I don't know. I can run it through Google Translator and see if we get 7 different translations there. Dear Google, what language? What does this say in this language? Swedish. Ah, I should have known with all the extra tildes, but at least I was in the right part of the world, just on the wrong side of the North Sea, I guess. Is that what's there? I'm suddenly questioning my European geography lessons now. We're also going to check out, see what our events coming up are. So, this is wrapping up right now. If you haven't finished these up, and in 35 minutes, we get a limited station event plus another research event. We also have our away team events coming up today. So, basically, a whole bunch of stuff you don't want to cash in the next 35 minutes. And then we'll have a ship solo leaderboard this evening. Anyone that's watched the Muppets knows that Swedish sounds like dirty, dirty, dirty. Yes. The Swedish chef. Such an interesting character that completely gave people the entirely wrong perception of an entire culture. It's like Sesame Street is supposed to be like, or the Muppets are supposed to be sort of like bringing people together and, showing all kinds of diversity. And then you get the Swedish chef who's just, nope, don't understand a word coming out of that guy's mouth. Sounds like the teacher from Charlie Brown all the time. Brits are nothing like the Americans. We've been getting things wrong for a lot longer. There you go. I was gonna say, you guys have had like 2 millennium, you know, of interacting with all these different cultures, and yeah. All right, let's haste up. Good luck. Whole lot of troops out here. 57 to 25. This should go pretty quick for us. Gray Mulkin with 15 assists. Awesome. Oh, hey, look, that's me. 5 kills. Somebody's getting 2 flying scrolls. Somebody's getting 2 berserkers. Somebody's getting a buster. 2 busters. Good luck. Volvella, Fospog, and Juganel. Congratulations on getting those rewards. If you're actually here following the stream, just throw up a little lurk or something. Always appreciate that. See, like Bioman's going to do. He's going to make some dinner. He'll be back in a little bit. Oh, I picked up 5 musketeer scrolls and 5 bomber scrolls. Already up to tier 25. Just double check the quests here. I gotta place units, place barbarians, kill a melee unit, earn assists from buffing. Alright. Loyalty boss chests. This one looks just a little bit bigger. We might need some bigger units for this guy. But with all the bigger players we had here, we're going to go with the flag bearer in the middle. I'm confident you guys can do the heavy lifting. We got our Icarus upgrades finishing up. We're not going to hit this alliance milestone, but we'll still get a few small rewards for this alliance. This one's got a little bit to go. Heroic Officer Recruit event we got finished. We got the research finished. These are finished. We know we've got away teams coming up. So really it's just regular missions and stuff. Collect 500 augment credits. That's going to give me 1 of each rare. Nice, but not quite what I'm looking for here. There's more rares. I wonder if I can kill this guy yet. I could probably kill this guy, but he's going to give me Jayla shards, which I don't need officer shards right now because I just emptied out all that other stuff. So we're going to save that mission for another day when I actually need officer shards. Because we're going to go to stfc.space and I'm going to double check what missions, if that does anything. Containment protocol. Do this, kill this, get recruit tokens, get Jayla. That's it. That's the end of the chain. So this is the last part of that chain. So it's not like unlocking it will get me anywhere further in that. If you're not already using this website, stfc.space, tremendous resource. Makes your game so much easier. Helps you do things in the right order so you don't accidentally do stuff that you shouldn't. Let's see what else we can complete in here. That's 100,000. That's still a little above my head. That's 100,000. I was looking at that one earlier. Defeat the augment ship. How big is this augment ship? Oh, this one's like 200,000, isn't it? That was only 100,000. Okay. One of them has like a 200,000 strength bounty hunter. It's just like, yeah, go beat this. Okay, yeah. That's happening sometime soon. Thanks. How big's this guy? He's 75,000. I think I can get him. I know I could double tap it if I had to, but I think I can get him straight up. We're going to go find out. So we got away teams, we got ticketed events. How many tickets do I have on this account? That's the other good question. I know I didn't do all the ticket events last month. I think I saved at least a couple. I've got 40 tickets. Okay, so we could do a couple. And are there more in the battle pass soon? Yes, there's 30 more in the next milestone. Okay, so if I needed to front load a little bit here, which resources would I need? Still stuck just trying to plan out exactly how I get these last couple of things. So combat, I'm going to get the prime hulls. I'm just 5 short of that. I get that in today's battle pass event. That'll put me over and give me like 20 to spare. Can't reach any of these other primes. These are all 4 stars. These are all the big primes. So then it's just regular research. And in our station, we're working on our build speed already. Prime protection requires 40 rares. We're going to be too far off from that. I think that's all we can get. Everything else is still too high. So then we're back to just being able to spend resources on the ship. And the North Star's using a little bit. I think we died. Yeah, we died. Didn't quite get him. Okay. So we will double tap. Group. Give me Uhura. Give me McCoy. Switch to him. Swap ship. Take the Taras. And we'll go do the double tap. I did a short video on this a little while back too. Excellent tip for, again, lower level players trying to move up, but it's something you'll continue to use throughout the game. There's always going to be times where you get to those next ring of missions and they're, you know, 20-30% above the power level of your max ship, and you're like, I can't get these. They're just too big, but they're holding you back from doing something else, or they have really good resource rewards and things that you need. And if you don't want to be patient and you don't want to wait, well, you can kind of cheat the system a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Scopely cheats all the time, so let's cheat him back a little bit. While we're waiting for them to fly out there. How we doing? Oh, this is off to a good start. We only got 7 people, but most people already have a second unit out there. I am wondering where those 19 people we had last battle all went. It's like, where did you guys go? We were getting to the big boss fight and you guys all disappeared. That's always disappointing when that happens. But again, they still have time. Maybe they're jumping around to other streamers, just putting a guy down and moving on to the next stream. All right. So he's rolling up now. We'll get him in range. You go there. Got to get you guys as close to the target as possible. At least the first guy. The guy who's going in second has to be as close to the target as possible in order to make this strategy work. So the first guy goes in. He does his thing. He dies. But we'll notice he does get the shield health down a decent amount. The hull health will regenerate. As soon as the fight ends, the shield health takes a while for it to scale back up. Damn, that still missed. Alright, guess we'll have to wait till we upgrade. So the first fight got the shield health down significantly, and by spamming the button to attack, we'll see on our second attack that the shields were not back up all the way. So there were still a significant amount of shields that were missing. So I let more of my damage go straight through to the hull, but we were still giving up too much strength to make up the difference there on that hull difference. But all right. And the power difference is too great for me to do it the other way. If I use the North Star first to take the shields down on the pirate, basically take them all the way down, this ship doesn't have enough hull health and life to still survive those hits. Looking at the battle log here, it's doing 9,000 damage. This ship just does not have the hull strength to survive that. It doesn't do enough damage back, even with no shields. It's still mitigated quite a bit. That's weird, even though I had the combat triangle advantage. I don't have anybody that any officers that would help lower that, though. So we'll have to get the North Star up just a little bit more. Point to remember, Yuki's strip doesn't carry over, so even though it might give you more hull health damage, the shield that was stripped will be back on the second hit. Also good to know. We can zoom back out now. What about our home base? What do we got going on here? That's another 75,000 hostile captain there. It's going to get us some speed ups and stuff, though. But I'm confident that we'll be able to get this stuff done pretty quickly. I wish I knew what this event was going to be for the Battle Pass so I could already sort of start planning it. It'll show up about 5 minutes beforehand. We're just kind of in that run out the clock situation, huh? All right. 248 minus 125 leaves me 123. I won't have any ore left. I'll have a little bit of gas and crystal. 123. Gonna use up this. I'll have some of it back, but 20 gas, 50 crystal. I need 123. I've only got 70, so we'll need to do some ticket events. Knowing Scopely, since it's right after the building Icarus, it'll be a domination event. It could be. It very well could be. Now that would line up a little bit because we have a station and a research event. So if it was a domination event, that actually would work out decently because you're already going to want to do these and you could double dip that way. So while it would suck to be on right on the back of an event that the Icarus Factor event that required you to upgrade your station or use station exocomps to get points in lieu of gaining power, tying in with what they've got coming up here in the daily events actually isn't all that bad. I'd be okay with that. It might actually be a little bit of a blessing and surprise. Yeah, exactly. That works too well. Yeah. Probably something stupid like go kill swarms because it's Saturday, right? We do have Cosmic Cleanup. We've got that coming in today. That'll get me a little bit closer to the Franklin. I'll probably have to buy some of these blueprints here for it as well to speed that up. I think so. I've got 9. I get one. It takes 10 pulls to basically unlock it through Cosmic Cleanup. I get 9 more this week, gets me to 18. If I get 9 more next Saturday, that puts me up to 27. So I've got basically 25 blueprints. So then I only need to buy 65, which is 13 chest pulls off of this, which is like 40,000 of these, which isn't too bad. And if I wait one more week, I get 9 more. That put me up to 36. That would save me 2 chest pulls and save me 7,000. And then I still have the Franklin by the end of the month. It's got potential. And then I'm just going to skip to, I'm just going to buy the Discovery outright with Cosmic Cleanup here. I'm just going to buy all the Discovery blueprints, skip Cosmic Cleanup with that, and then just start saving the Galaxy tokens for that one, so that I'm ready for the Vidar at 25. Let's see what we got here. We're up to 22 soldiers now. 8 players, people putting down multiple units, which is great. Very much appreciated. All right. I'm going to take this opportunity to go refill my beverages. I'll be back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. We'll do our Stream Raiders boss battle, and then we'll look at what our 12 o'clock events are going to be. And then I'm going to run an ad break now to get it out of the way so you guys won't have to look at ads if you're not subscribed for a while. So be right back. All right, we are back here. Let's see what we got. 30 units going now. How are some of these guys strength-wise? Got some bigger units on here. Thank you guys for putting out some of that stuff. Still can't quite see. Zoom in. All right, not so bad. Threes, tens, 22. Okay, 22s. Oh, there's a 30. Okay. Well, we'll give people a chance to get a few more units out there, of course. Let's just do this. Oh, I should have done that too. In case people need to get, in case you happen to have that quest for the day. I got the same 100 officer XP in my 4-hour chest. Does everybody get the same, or is that just completely random? That's what I always wonder. It's like, well, your first 4-hour chest you're open is going to give everybody this. It's like, I always wondered if that's how those loot tables work. Would be nice to get this upgrade the treasury event again soon too. Alright, so we got 5 minutes here. We should be able to start seeing stuff here in just a second, so we can start figuring out what we've got to do. Maybe get some ships moving, or get some miners placed, or whatever the situation is. Let's see if it shows yet. Not yet. See if these show. Well, we know what these are already. Sometimes they show up a couple minutes early, sometimes they don't. 3 days to go on this server's TNG milestone. On my main account, on the 44 account, it was only like 5,500 for that one, and we hit that last night. So I went through and actually did all the TNG missions. Not overly hard, you know. One of them is in deep space, so it does take place in in level 41, 42 systems out there in deep space. One of them is a lower tier, kind of takes place in around the 20s, but then the other one takes place way out here in this area around Eureka and stuff. These are warp 70 plus systems to get to. Do require killing a number of, I think there's 3 separate missions in the chain that require you to kill 5 things level 40 or higher to complete it. So keep that in mind if you happen to get the server unlocked. But if the server does unlock your missions, they are here in the event store. You get both bundles. It is both this TNG Hostile Culture, which is the lower level one, and then this Unearthed one, which is in deeper space, has you looking for like a Klingon artifact. Interesting storyline. Martok still has 2 eyes. I mean, who knew? Now we're within 3 minutes. Will it show me now? Alright, so here's our away team cosmic cleanup. We can start to see some of this stuff now. So we've got our away team event, the solo leaderboard, as well as the solo milestone. Solo milestone, commons, uncommons, completing them. Decent number of points here. Should be pretty easy for everybody to complete. If you get a critical out of it, you also get bonus points. Even just failing them is still worth a little bit of something. So this should be pretty easy to complete for everybody. 2 LaForge shards, not bad. Plus, it's another completionist trophy. And some chess pieces. What are we looking at there? 4,500. 23, it's another 4,500 here. shards, 46. 46 and 45, so 9,100 chest tokens. Should be pretty easy to complete that. And there's also a solo leaderboard, which is also awarding chess pieces, LaForge, oh, and a shuttlecraft avatar as well, as addition to getting some more LaForge shards, with first place getting 5. Okay. Not bad at the lower level. I'm sure the higher level account will have more of those as well. And our ticketed events. Mining Mastery ore. Yes, that's what I'm mining right now. Woo! 3-star ores worth 10 points. Ticketed event, getting these and attendee. Okay, but there's no actual resources in these, and then spending XP to level up officers. Also getting out attendee and more of these guys. No actual resources though. And then Cosmic Cleanup, doing these, getting the kills. 3,600 points. If I'm killing 24s and 25s, I get 80 points apiece. So what's that? 45 kills? That's not so bad. Battle is ready to begin. We got 36 units. Let's finish this up. Good luck, everybody. We're in good shape. We're in good shape. Champions are down. Last 10 to go. Awesome. Somebody's getting a monk. Somebody's getting a monk. Good luck, everybody. Olympus getting a monk. So is Lude. Congrats, guys. It's going to finish up that map for us. We killed everything. Woo! Moving on to map number 4. We'll take the bottom road this time. This is an easy fight, so we'll get that out there quick. Where's my barbarian? That's that guy. We'll start on this side. Battle plan. Let's put some guys over here. And then we'll work our way across the field. Kill the 20s and stuff first, the bigger guys, and then we'll pick up these lower level scrap guys afterwards. But that was awesome. Now I can buy those bomber scrolls and upgrade my bomber to tier 6 there. Should have time to get 1 or 2 more fights in here today. Okay. 13th in the Icarus Factor Alliance leaderboard. Let's do some threat reduction. Yeah, it is kill swarms. Swarms are Borgs. Okay. So I do have to kill some swarms, so that'll double dip a little bit. Level 18 swarms are worth 400 points, so that's a little over 50. If I can kill, I would need to kill about 100, 110 if I have to do 17s. Tedious, but not unheard of. Who's that officer, right? We know about that one. We did these already. Nothing new added there. Away teams we're going to cash in. Ticketed events. It's chest pieces. For 1 10D shard. No other actual resources. Maybe we'll hold back on those. Cosmic Cleanup we looked at there. Checking out the old event store for that. Here's the Cosmic Cleanup stuff. I can get Franklin Blueprints or Battle Debris. So we'll do that to get the Franklin Blueprints. It's a 2-day cooldown, so you can do multiples of these because I think it's only like a 24-hour to reset kind of thing. So I think you can do multiples there. You were betting on Swarm for the Battle Pass? Yep, you were right there, Norwich. I do want to do these dailies because I want to get a few things here. So I do want to move up on Romulans. Although it's a little less urgent now, so I guess I could do both still. Station, research, ships. Let's do some ship upgrading. Let's get some more damage. Awesome. Let's get some more shields. Awesome. Let's upgrade our impulse engines, which will help our dodge. Now we're out of survey parts. That would cost me 200. Well, we're going to go get some more of those killing stuff, so. But we did pick up a nice big chunk. So let's go kill some swarms first, do the battle pass. Let's see if we can get... Let's see how we do with the 18s. Yeah, we should be okay with these guys. If you haven't said it already, don't do the Officer XP event until tomorrow. I did not. Is there an officer? Let's go to STFC and check it out. Officer XP event tomorrow morning. So this will be at midnight my time. It'll be afternoon for some of you guys. There's a regular XP event. That's the full 12-hour one. And then there's also it'll double up here. So if I'm still awake at midnight, I can take advantage of both of these. We shall see. Thank you for pointing that out, though, Bioman. Good call out. How was dinner? Good dinner? We got some reputation and some credits and stuff already. Alright, we'll do our prime build. That one's done. That's just 2-star, but we gotta spend it. We're gonna hold off on that one till we get these last couple of helps. Cut that time down. Shrimp sandwiches. Okay. That works. Keep you out there mining ore for a little bit longer. Okay. Now we can go ahead and claim these as well because we know we're not We don't need to make that Romulan milestone by today, so I'll pick up some more speed ups that way for those kills. Curious to see if I can get any of those, but we'll worry about that. So let's do our away team. See how many points we get off this, get this ball started. That was a nice quick 500 for doing an uncommon. Didn't get any criticals, but I think we'll be okay. And then we're just getting the same mission again, so we'll just send the same people right back out there. I guess there we go. So we hit that first milestone already. Got some of those shards here. So all right, so let's see how we do against the 18s. Why will it not let me attack that guy? There we go. All right, that went pretty well. So now we're doing points for Cosmic Cleanup. We're getting points for the kills here. For threat reduction. That'll get us into our battle pass. Did I pick a short research? I picked assembly line. I should have picked a shorter one or waited because I forgot I wanted to do that prime. It's prime hulls too, which will also be a big boost. But even just being able to kill a decent number of these guys, because normally with my Turas I was getting about 7 to 8 per hull health. Looks like I'll probably be able to do, that's already 4 right there. And I've got just that much left. So if we say 15, we'll between 15 and 20. That's obviously going to go much quicker. So, and then we'll go kill some big traders to try and farm ship parts as well. While I'm doing this, now I can bring back up the main account. And start cashing in some of that stuff too. I should have a bunch of away teams saved up over here. I'm not gonna, I'll worry about doing the events a little bit later. But I do want to get the away team missions recycled. So we finished second in the Alliance leaderboards. Much bigger rewards there. Awesome. Again, threat reduction, away teams, ticketed events at the higher levels. What do we got here? Mining ore, 2.2 million. The same thing, officer development. And the combat one is Eclipse Hostiles, which quite frankly I'm tired of doing after several days of Eclipse events. It's for chess pieces and 1 10D shard, so I'll think about how I want to do these, if I want to just wait and then just do the officer development one. I'm not really mining ore right now. Cosmic cleanup we have to do. I guess I could double those. Well, no, I could double up and kill the swarms instead. We're doing Klingon rep. But on this account, I really just wanted to make sure. I mean, we could go mine some ore. I'm sure the nodes are pretty well covered by now. But we'll see how far we can get. Even if I just go up here or something and just get some 3-star for a little bit. And then before I forget, move my miner like a dumbass. Yeah, I mean it's one ticket for 9,000 of these things, which is decent. So we'll go ahead and do that one. Hit a critical on the Nanoprobe mission. Awesome. I got Time Heist right here, which is an epic. See if I hit a critical of my own. Yes! There's 12 Burnham shards. That basically just finished my event, by the way. And there's another one as well. Defense. Saru. Take Mirek. These are uncommons. Not as essential, but we'll take them and we'll just throw people we don't use ever for anything. 91%. Close enough. Go. Go do something. This one's 2 days. For attack. Hey, Otto, go do something useful. And take... Yeah, take these 2 clowns with you. Yeah, I did the swarms this morning. On both accounts. Wasn't really thinking ahead. So my away team here didn't finish it. Look at that. Wow. Epic was worth 2,400 with a critical. Was that not? It only gave me 4,500 points. 2,400 for the epic critical success. No, it just gave me. It only gave me 3,600 instead. I thought it would have given. It doesn't. They don't stack. It's either this or this. So I got 3,600. So we're not done yet. Okay. How's the leaderboard looking? A bunch of people already over 10,000 people who've been saving up. But I wonder how many speed ups do they have, because I was kind of using my Dabo wheel on the away team store, so I've got quite a few speed ups for stuff. Like hypothetically speaking, if I wanted to speed up this one, that's a 3 days. We could just speed that up a little bit. And this one for some data shards, we could speed that one up a little bit. Is Geordi worth it? He's a decent officer. He's got good away team traits. Does give you some synergy with some of the other people, and he's good for Klingon armadas. No criticals there. Bummer. Ooh, there's the Spock mission. Is Mitchell available? Mitchell is available. Look at that. Do I have enough to upgrade Mitchell? I can upgrade that one. Let's do that. 35% chance at some Spock shards. And we'll take Keenzer and Bones, because, well, that's thematic that Bones goes looking for Spock, right? Ooh. That's only 98%, though. You don't have any space. Does Mitchell have any? Nope, you're max level 2. 98%. 98% is not good enough. So we're going to have to do that instead. I'm not wasting 98% on a 3-day epic. I know this game too well. Alright, so we just gained a bunch of points, picked up some Geordie, and there's our May completionist. So now we're done with the solo milestones. So now it's just the leaderboard. So now we'll just sort of play wait and see. See where those point totals go. How high they go, where we can place, and what it might get us here. A couple of Geordie shards, really more the 3D chess pieces. So with Geordie's, yeah, so he's plus 50% to rewards gained from Armada targets. That's actually pretty good for his captain's ability. But typically you're not using him. If you have more of the next generation officers, you're not using him as your captain. You're using most likely Riker or possibly Troy when fighting Armadas. But if you were to be fighting against Klingon Armadas, putting him as captain with Beverly, giving him a synergy boost there, getting extra rewards, extra credits is pretty good. And then if you were higher level and you had 5 of 11, you could use his officer ability, and then you're getting additional rewards from 5 of 11 as well. So certainly have potential to really increase the amount of rewards you get from Armada targets if you have those officers available. All right, we'll worry about all of that stuff later. How are you doing? Are we still getting attacked over here? We're halfway through 43. How long has it been since I got hit? 27 minutes. So no, we're not getting attacked here anymore. So we're just going to change systems. Okay. Yeah, we are lagging a little bit now, trying to do too many things at once. But that was what I wanted. I need to get to the next milestone here. So I need 9 more kills. You're glad they're giving us another chance at some of these old avatars and frames, hoping they do something like this for all the ones from 2 to 3 years ago as well. I don't mind Anthology as just as an arc. I don't mind recycling a little bit of content because we do have so many new players coming into the game, and it's like, well, how are those people supposed to get stuff from 2 years ago? It's just, oh, sorry, you missed it. You never get that. You had to be playing back when it was, newer. Every once in a while, you kind of got to do these things, bring it back. That's why I was, I didn't mind, when shows did like the clip show, like, when Friends hits its 100th episode and they're like, let's do a clip show where we sit around and we just reminisce about, some of our, funniest moments kind of things. I didn't mind that. That's kind of what this is. That's kind of what Anthology is to me. It's a clip show, right? We're going back, we're looking at some of our best arcs, TNG, TOS, Discovery, recycling a little bit of the content, repackaging it, giving people a second crack at a lot of those materials. And I'm okay with that. Especially because it's only a 1-month thing. If it was like a 3-month thing where you're trying to stretch it out, where it's going to be, it's a 3-month arc and we're going to focus 1 month on each thing, okay, that might get a little stale. But the fact that they just are basically spending 1 week on each over a whole month arc, putting in an event store to go with it. Some people are really mad about it. They think it's, a waste of time and just recycled content, and they wanted more storyline stuff. For me, I like it. I think it's a great thing, a great mechanic to give people a crack at some older stuff. I wish more of the officers were in the event stores because, newer players are going to get, they're going to do these missions and they're going to get 5 Kirk shards, 5 LaForge shards, and whatnot. And they're like, okay, well, great. What do I do with that now? What do I do with, 4 Picards? You just got to keep hoping you get the rest of them out of the Ultra recruits. So that's my 2 cents. Okay, so you moved. You're getting attacked again. You're mining ore for the next hour, and we're bubbled up here for a bit longer, so we can shut this back down so we don't lag as much. Get those away teams rolling. But this is what I really wanted. No, I mean that's nice too, but yeah, the North Star's definitely working well. I might be able to go up. We'll try it on the next hull. Moving up to the 20s. That was what I wanted, was the battle pass there. Did I tier this? Yes, this is getting ship XP. Okay, good. Am I getting the Franklin? Yes. I will get the Franklin next weekend. Between, I'll have 3 Cosmic Cleanup pulls. That'll give me 27 shards for it. And then I will very likely use Event Store currency to buy the rest. And then I haven't decided whether I'm going to buy the Discovery outright or whether I'm going to buy like half the Discovery from the Event Store and then pick up the other half through the Cosmic Cleanups that we'll have in June. Kind of doing a little bit of a wait and see to see what other events and how the officer shards kind of pay out and how the total amount of chess pieces we get look. But yes, the Franklin is certainly on my to acquire list. Okay, so we did that. That got us the battle pass. The battle pass gets us the ore. The ore finishes up assembly line, and then the ore gets us prime hulls. Which will also get us more hull health and inches us closer to finding some way to finish that event. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge. In the meantime, I need this ship. You know what? Actually, that'll be fine. I need this ship parked here, gaining XP so I can scrap it, even though it's going to take like a full day to scrap. I don't have enough time, I don't think, to scrap it to get the resources from it. But now that I know I don't need this, 1 day, 15 hours. That's not going to get down to 24 hours. I wouldn't finish it in time. have needed to start it already. Unless I upgrade the building. That's an option. We can do that. We can do that. I can spend both of those. And we're out of latinum again. But if we upgrade the shipyard, the scrapyard a couple of levels, maybe it makes a difference. Oh, hey, station event. Paying out recruit tokens and latinum. Yay! Now we just need people to hit that help button. And that worked out pretty well. 2 tiers on the North Star and 2 primes. You're going to get enough in the battle pass for the next event. Might have to spend some on the Kira, though. Yes, now that I got the shipyard up and I did the research, I can start building this thing. 2 days. Bummer. I feel like we're playing behind this whole... I mean, I moved up a little sooner than I probably should have, but is really what it comes down to. We're just going to have to get a little lucky with some resource pulls. And we're not getting attacked, so we're going to move. Let's change systems and go that way. Research event is awarding office recruit tokens and latinum, so awesome. Station event is also rewarding recruit tokens and latinum, so that's cool too. Hey, Stream Raiders. Hey, we got a lot of people. Probably should have started this one early, but nice. Norwich killing both champions. Awesome, we got a whole bunch of stuff there. Most assists, Sass the Magic Dragon. Okay, Norwich with the most kills. Good job, everybody. 3 rogues, 15 gold. Chochin getting the rogues, Scythed getting the gold. Let's go back to my quests. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. Place Paladins. It's awesome what we're on, but let's... Captain spells I can upgrade. Yeah, we'll upgrade Haste since that's the one we use the most often. We'll go this way. Place paladins, place barbarians. So my barbarian's on cooldown, so it's going to be a paladin. As soon as I find him. There he is. There we go. Okay, now we got the stuff working that we needed to get going. We're gonna get good. You're getting attacked like you're supposed to, because we need to get you up a few more levels, so we can scrap that as well. Away teams have a few hours to go. Plenty of time to finish them all. Upgrade the dry dock. We'll get to it. And we do need a few more helps here before we can speed up that prime hull. We're going to take a crack. We're going to go take a crack at a 20, though. I'm curious. I mean, I'm always a curious individual by nature, but we're going to do one of these for science. Science. So I only need 111. 111 resources total that I have to spend. Do I even have 111 though? That was my concern. Was what was I going to have left? $24, $40, $85. Not terribly far off. What's left in the battle pass? That's 10,500 points. I am going to get the next battle pass. What's the next one? Oh, it's event tickets and syndicate XP. Nope, that's not going to get there. There's nothing in here. So what did I say? We're going to be like 30 short. So we need to find 30 3-star resources somewhere. And then I need to find a way to spend all of them. Don't get any in there. I might have to take some chess pieces and convert them into resources. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice to get a free Tendi unlock, and she's a big officer, especially at this level. If I can speed some things up, maybe I can spend them on some ship stuff. I've done Syndicate XP event on Monday. I've done some of my augment missions, yes. I've done quite a few of those. There might be some others that I can finish up now that I'm getting a little bit stronger with the North Star. I think these are all like 100,000 ships though, and I'm still only at 75. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're blocked off there. I cashed in my 30-day chest earlier to even get me this far. And I've got 5 days on the 7, so I'm not going to get the 7-day until Monday. So we are running out of ways to get resources. We are running out of ways. But maybe there's some more missions we can do now. That was big. That put me up to 82. So I just went up like 9,000 points. We finished this one up. What other events do we have coming up here? I know we've got a ship XP event later. That's a solo leaderboard event too. And I know just where to put that XP. That's an other. What do we have for ship XP? 30,000. That's decent. That might be like a top 5 kind of finish. And then these officer XP events that happen after midnight. I didn't necessarily want to be up that late, but maybe we can make it happen. But what we can do now, this ship's up to 82,500. And we're working on XP, which is going to let us level up even more. Is there an office? No, officer slots at 25. Okay. Can't do parts yet. Need lots of ship parts. These aren't worth doing, but there's a way to at least spend some of those resources. Okay. Let's go take a crack. What did I say I was going to try and do? Hit a level 20 swarm? There's 75,000. Let's go take a crack at one or two of them. Let's see what we can do. Think about what else we got up our sleeves. Other than buying the resources in the event store, which is what I think I might end up eventually having to do. I don't want to do it. I'd obviously rather spend the stuff elsewhere. But if it means the difference between getting a free 10D and not, that may be where I have to end up spending a little bit. Whether it's on crystal or gas or something. Can I just get rares? Nope, don't have enough. Well, if I do the other, I was thinking, one of the other primes does need rare, doesn't it? It's in the combat tree, isn't it? Nope, those are 4 stars. It must be one of the station ones then. Prime protection. Needs 40 rare. 39 in this case. I don't have enough credits to buy those necessarily. But from a point perspective, what would that get me? Rares are worth 150. So spending 40 times 150, 6,000 points. Gets me a big chunk of the way there. Leaves me about 5,100 to go, which means I only need to spend 51 G3. It's a possibility. I probably end up rather just spending the G3 uncommons. I feel like they might end up working out a little better. They're a little cheaper to get. Like if I wanted to spend 3-star uncommon gas, I get 9 for 3,000. So this is 900 points per spend. As opposed to the rare, which is worth 150 but costs more. That's 300 points per spend. So we'll call that Plan D. But first we would need to get enough going for that. Okay. Hey, that actually went pretty well. Our North Star with a few upgrades and some couple of prime researches we picked up. We're over 80,000 now. Using our cadet crew and Talon to reduce. I'll give him that one. Oh, I was going to try to give him that one, but it lagged. Sorry, bud. No, unfortunately, can't do it. This account has to stay 100% free to play for science purposes. I need to be able to show that it is possible to technically do all the things, or it's not possible. Because then, obviously, if it's impossible to actually complete some of these things, then you can push back and we can say, hey, you made these milestones too high. It was impossible for, or next to impossible for a free-to-play player to complete this. And this event, even, a new player, now you're turning off new players away from the game. Here's your evidence as to why these missions and things like that are too high. You need to make some adjustments. Do those stay in the store forever, by the way? Yeah, until you buy them. The primes will just sit out there. Usually until you purchase them. Now, if you do unlock the prime for free and then you spend on other stuff, they might take the lower level one, like the ones that are only 20 bucks, they might take those out of the store. Because then, they've evaluated you and they've determined that you don't need those anymore. Yeah. Game is 100% not balanced around free to play. I agree completely, Olympus. So trying to maintain that aspect of it so we can push back and say, hey, here's what you guys need to do. Here's some subtle little tweaks that you can make that'll actually make this game achievable for more free to play players. And I know that's not what they want. They want people spending because that's how they make their money. But there's plenty of people who spend enough money on this game, and people don't tend to spend money on a game that's new to them. They want to wait and see how the game goes, how the game develops. If you get frustrated because you can't complete anything by Ops 15 or Ops 20 and you quit before you're really invested in the game, you have to be like emotionally invested before you can be financially invested in it, right? And you're never going to get to that point if they turn you off too early with making milestones and things too difficult to accomplish, making the path to leveling up too hard, making the time commitment to unlocking lower level ships too hard. So sunk cost, yeah. You got to get to the point where you've invested so much that you want to keep going. Otherwise, you get to the point where you're like, now I'm just throwing good money away after bad money. which anybody who's played poker knows that's the point in time you probably want to bail out. Save your chips for another day. Well, this was a fun little exercise killing these level 20s. Hey, whoever you are, T1, come kill this one that I'm going to die on. Okay. So that was pretty good. That picked up a big chunk of points. How many of those did we get? Just check my daily. Got 14. Wow. Let's kick it up a notch. Oh no, did I just say that? Please don't sue me. You need to recall because you're OPC. There's some extra pieces for that. And we'll finish up this guy. We're going to go punch it up. We're going to see how this this North Star takes on these 22s. They're 113,000. I think I'm going to get my ass kicked because I'm only 81. Actually, I know I'm going to get my ass kicked, but what's it going to cost me? A 30-minute speed up? Let's see how good. Let's see how bad this goes. That's what we're really asking ourselves. How bad do we think this is going to go? What do we think, chat? Do I kill it? Do I get like halfway? 75%? Place your bets. How much hull damage will I do to a fresh 22 swarm? It's a low-cost experiment. It's not like I'm trying to like, oh, I wonder if I can take out this armada that's 15 million when I've only got 4 million power. It's like, let's see how bad it goes. Like, I'm not going to waste armada directives or something that's a finite resource. I've got more than enough tritanium and dilithium, and I'm really just wasting, a 30-minute repair speed up or less. Oh, I feel very confident. I'm very confident that I'm gonna die. I guess the question is just how much damage am I gonna get done? I mean, these things don't have any shield strength, right? So this is just all going straight to the hull. Yes, even better. Good. Of course, I can't spend Armada directives yet, but when I get to 23 or 24, or on the other account, you don't waste Armada directives on science unless you have enough to back it up and you're at least reasonably confident that you can do it. If you're like, I want to just attack this Eclipse thing that's 40 million with my lone Stella, let's see what happens. You're kind of just begging to get killed. How you doing? 2,700. Are you still being attacked? Or did we run out of bounty hunters? Yeah, last bounty hunter was 17 minutes ago. Alright, moving on. Next system. Okay. don't think this is going to go well at all. 325,000 North Star. That's pretty decent for level 24. Right, we're going to go hang out over here by one of my allies. So that way, if I die, at least they can pick up the slack. 113,000. I say 75% hull health. Oh my god, I killed it. Oh my god, I killed it. Wow. I kicked its ass. I guess these swarms really having no shields really does make that much of a difference. Now, I mean, obviously I've got the right crew as well. I'm doing a pretty significant damage reduction here. He's reducing 15, she's adding 8, so there's 23. And then Talon's taking another 10 off, so basically I'm cutting its damage by a third. Okay. So maybe I get, if I'm patient about this, maybe I get 4 or 5 per hull. This opens up some very interesting possibilities for tomorrow's Swarm Sunday events. Certainly help recouping some of these resources. Unfortunately, that event happens after the freaking spend thing is over. Just need a little bit more time. Just needed a little bit more time. But yeah, we're going to get somewhere between 4 and 5, it looks like. And I'm 1 chart away from tearing up Beverly. So she'll give a bigger point reduction as well. Alright, so we decided we're not claiming this because it's event tickets that I don't need today. And it's got Syndicate XP that I'm going to hold on to for the next event. Yeah, my shield was only at like 90%, but yeah, I might get 5. Might have to go back and redo that video I did this morning. Just get the North Star. Fuck the Franklin. you can play catch up with that. It really depends how quickly you can tier this ship up is really what it comes down to, and the officers that are on it, what their tier levels and stuff are. But obviously, Talon is only a 10% reduction. And if I can unlock Kath, she's a 12% reduction. If I can tier Kath up, she's a 15% reduction. So that would also make these a little easier. I'm going to go get blown up over here. You almost ignored your Franklin for actual swarm killing. The Franklin takes a little bit to get going, which is kind of why you want to start it early, because it needs time. You know, you don't want to sit here grinding frequency modulators all day. We need ore. Hey, what do you know? There's ore right next to our station. We'll go get some 2-star. So getting it early and slowly starting to tier it up, because you got to get it at least up a couple tiers before it really starts to outpace some of the other ships. At least that's how I remember it. Maybe things are a little easier now. Now that I've picked up a bunch of these primes and stuff, I'm doing more damage and some of these other things. Maybe it's not quite as urgent. Maybe I spend less on Franklin shards in the event store. So that's done. Away teams, those need some time. Those need a few hours to go. So I need to spend stuff, but in order to spend stuff, I need survey parts. So I need to go kill some big survey ships, which will also tie into Cosmic Cleanup. Okay. And we need to do some station stuff, which we're working on. That's a 10-hour one. What else we got? 11, 11. These are all the interceptor boosts. Just trying to think of what else might be out here that would be the most helpful. We can start to do galaxy tree stuff, but and outlaw tree stuff. I don't want to spend that kind of stuff though, because I'm going to need it, and I don't have the latinum to make it up. Build speed, ship speed, defenses. And these aren't until 21, and these primes here are 4 stars. Okay. So, yeah, it's combat. It's a combat. We'll do survey firepower. Two minutes to go on our Stream Raiders fight. How we looking? 40 troops placed. Holy moly. Let's go look at our battlefield. Thank you guys all very much for all of these troops. I think we've got more than enough to, yeah, I mean, we'll give everybody that last minute, minute and a half, in case anybody wants to get one more soldier out there. All right, let's do it. There we go. Okay. Nice. Someone gets a bomber. Someone gets 3 archers. Congrats, Odorin and Zeron. Yeah. ONRG. Nice job, everybody. Olympus with 17 kills. Leading the way. 6 assists to Langs. Alright. Let's get one last fight in for the day. This will be our final battle. We need to place a barbarian, right? So let's put our fire guy right about there. Awesome. Battle planning. Put some stuff over here. And good luck. Meantime, we'll finish up our quest here, which was 50 gold for putting down barbarians. All right. See if there's anything in the store. Nope, this is still the same stuff. Won't refresh for another hour. You're doing okay getting ship XP. We'll be able to spend some of that later too for the ship XP leaderboard event. Are you right in thinking we'll be able to get the mission tokens in the battle pass for the complete new mission milestone in time to actually complete the event? Yes. The mission tokens are here. Which milestone are they in? Ah, they're down here. So they're in milestone 16 to get the last ones. And the lower decks complete new missions one goes for 8.5 days. It may be you'll probably have 24 hours to do your battle pass event, get your tokens, and then go do the mission chain to finish this off. But yeah, you'll probably get it on the last day, and you'll have 24 hours to do it. So you'll have to be quick about it next weekend. But yeah, you should get it in time to do it. Tell you what we're going to do, though. Now that we kicked this up a little bit, now that we're up to 82,000, we're going to put data right there. And we're going to go kill this guy, because you're only 74,000. I think I can get him. I hope I can get him. This will be awkward if it doesn't go the way I want to. Salmon with an epic archer. Awesome. Okay. There's level 25s done. That's why I wanted it was for the speed ups, but this is a nice added bonus too. And now we got to kill some 26s, which is what I'm going to go kill the 26 hostiles there. That'll give me some more recruit tokens. Yay, ads. We love ads. And now we're going to take Chen and we're going to go up to Fed space and we are going to kill some 26 faction miners here. Pick up a little Fed rep or some ROM and Klingon rep in the process. Get them to drop some ship parts. There's a decent amount here. We'll start here and then we'll move to the next system. And while he's flying out there, can take a quick short bathroom break. I will be right back. We're going to run some ads just so they get out of the way now, but be back in just a minute. All right. Who's that guy? Oh, yeah, we're not doing that mission today. 300,000. I never understood why they give you some of those missions so early. It's like, oh, yeah, by the way, you're going to learn how to use that archive button today. So we need some 26s. There is another recruit officer heroic event tomorrow. tomorrow afternoon. Wow. Just looking through if I should spend some of my trait XP in the ticket event. And would Barrett be one putting XP on? We'll go check it out in just a second here. Well, first off, you said in the ticket events. Oh, and this is the officer training, spending trait XP. It's only 100. If you don't have 130,000 officer XP and you don't have any faction credits to spend leveling up and promoting officers, and you had to figure out who to invest in at a lower level. That's the hypothetical we'll start with. Let's start with rarity. Don't want any commons, uncommons. If we're looking at rares, what does Barrett have for traits? Surveyor and Miner. Miner's a decent one. Surveyor doesn't come across all that often. Chang's not bad. I mean, Warrior and Ruthless. Keenser's pretty decent with Engineer and then Dedicated. Engineer comes up on a lot of missions. We completed the rookie one. Okay. Now I gotta kill some more 26s. You do have those, but might as well spend the trait XP when I get something for it. Sure, it makes sense because there's always there's always events for officer XP. I'm sure we have a couple of them coming up. Tomorrow or the next day. There's one tomorrow, or at midnight or whatever. Yeah. I guess the thing to look at too, before making a decision on this, is what missions are you seeing? Because I mean, if I'm looking at what I'm getting here, Miner, that would be Barrett, possibly getting a crit chance at having a big chunk of these. Impulsive, Intimidating, Survivor, probably not going to have access to too many of those. Physicist is, scientists kind of on some of the lower level people. You know what we should use for this? Let's make our lives easier. Where is the officer tool? That's the battle log one. Alright, that guy's frozen now. Let's make a copy of the most recent officer tool that are made by Mr. Stewie Doo. And we can go over here to away team overview. And you can kind of see where the traits and stuff sort of line up. And if you're looking for specific things, no, that's just going to give you the math. This gives you the trait breakdown. So if you were looking at there were drop downs for these. Maybe it's in here. I haven't used this one in a little while. Miner's the one with the second most away team. We haven't seen a trait XP spend event in a little while. Even the away team event we're having right now, surprisingly, doesn't have a trait XP component to it. They did the typical Scopely thing where after something came out, they ran a couple of events, and then everybody kind of held on to some of their stuff for a while, thinking they were going to keep doing it, and then they kind of just stopped. These are just, usually on some of these leaderboards and things, they would give you additional points for spending trade XP, but they haven't done that in at least the last few months. ATA analysis, you can see the top traits. Top traits, the ones that appear on the most missions. Miner pops up pretty frequently, so does Engineer. Which is helpful to know that these are the most common traits. It'd be a little, obviously you want to look a little further than that and see if these are on missions that you actually get and, like the rewards, because Resourceful is the top one. But Resourceful might show up on a bunch of like rare and epic missions, and unless your away team shuttle bay is upgraded enough, you're not even seeing those types of missions yet. So investing in an officer with Resourceful now is going to have a little bit less of a payout. But Miners definitely has some stuff now. And you can see all the different officers there. So Miners in, some of these contractors, geothermal ones, which give resources. Makes sense. You're mining, you need resources. So there's some overlap there for sure. That's not bad. So I'm using the trade up here. The officers who have it, the missions. There we go. That's what I was missing. This is actually the more useful part that I had been doing previously. Looking at what rewards are. So like usually if you want like Federation faction credits, these are the missions that you need. And then you can find these missions and then look and figure out, some of these are higher levels, ops levels, things like that. And you can figure out who to apply benefits to. But yeah, I mean, as far as miners go, just looking at some of the things that you're seeing, there are a good amount of missions that you'll see with that. So yeah, I would say miner and engineer would probably be the ones. Obviously, they're the ones that pop up the most often. And you have a rare officer with Keenzer that has engineer that you're very unlikely to ever want to actually use anywhere other than on away team missions. So there's my 2 cents. Sorry, I don't know what we're doing. We need to kill miners. Gonzalez early for extra Latinum. Hey, V2. Yeah, she's got Diplomat, right? So she gets that ability for extra Latinum. T'Pring you're more likely to use though because of her boost to protected cargo. So you're not going to want her on an away team mission. You're going to want her on a ship. At least for the immediate future. Somewhere down the road, maybe you can rotate T'Pring out when you have the Borg officers and when you have Quark and some of the Ferengis and some of the other people, DuPont and those people that you don't really see all that often. Probably for like the next, 10 ops levels, you're going to want T'Pring on a mining ship the whole time. So, and probably the same with Barrett too. You're probably going to use all of those guys depending on what you actually mine and which faction you've chosen to ignore. All right, we got 10 minutes to go in our final Stream Raiders fight. It looks like Mr. Rooster's starting to launch his stream as well. He just logged in, getting up and running, which is also perfect because I'm starving and I would love to go have some lunch. And I'm sure my wife would love the same. She's not feeling too well today, so kind of relying on me to be the good husband and bring her some food. So we'll be doing that. After our Stream Raiders fight ends, we'll kind of wrap things up. We'll go give Rooster a little raid, show him some love. We'll get a cockadoodle out of him. Maybe we can get him to sing. She has vertigo. It's a condition she's had for a while now, so some mornings she wakes up, and when she sits up and gets out of bed, the whole room just starts spinning, and then she's basically laying back in bed for the rest of the day. It doesn't happen all too often, but when it sneaks up on her, it kind of basically shuts her down for a day or two. Yeah. It sucks when it pops up right before things like Mother's Day. But we work around it. We find ways to make it work. Okay, so there's our cosmic cleanup, so that's done. Let's go cash it in and get our Franklin blueprints. And now the cooldown on this is 22 hours. So if I had saved up from previous months, I could tomorrow do another pull before this expires. And technically, because it's 22 hours, if you time it right, you could squeeze a third one in as well. You'll still have a day left. It'll be like a 20-hour cooldown or a 22-hour cooldown. You'll have 24 hours. So you could technically do 3 pulls in a week if you save up your thing. So when you're planning ahead for your Discovery and for your Vidar, keep that in mind. Yeah, some of these lower deck officers really do have outstanding abilities. Beckett's got a couple of good ones herself with. Where did my. That's weird. Sometimes the stuff just. No. It's not going to show me that. Sometimes I hate this game. Uh, why is there a limit 10 on it then? Stupid. Because they only want you to be able to pull 10 per week. But yeah, if you save up and use your timers right, because again, they want to slow you down. Is essentially what it is. They want to slow you down so then you'll just get frustrated and buy either the points or the blueprints because you don't want to feel like waiting 3.5 months to do it. That's the short answer. They're trying to create scarcity and create frustration on your time to try your patience. So now it's a limited time offer. You have limited patience available, and that'll be more likely to induce you into spending the $20 or the $50 to buy the damn thing to begin with. Well, we got 4 minutes to go. How's our fight looking? 44 units on the battlefield. We like that. That's what we like. Let's look at our battlefield. We got 14 people. Awesome. I know Rooster will be running some Stream Raiders as well. He's higher ranked than me. He's actually like a Stream Raiders affiliate. He has skins and everything, I think, over there. So for those of you here just for the Stream Raiders, no fault. Do appreciate you coming and hanging out with us today. If you want to throw a follow, that's always appreciated. And then we'll be raiding another guy in a minute who's also going to have some Stream Raiders fights going on this afternoon. So stick with us and we'll show him some love and support too. Pay it forward. I know he's done the same for me once or twice, so. He's trying to get affiliate still, so then yeah. There's a whole thing in psychology about how you use different ways of thinking for limited time decisions versus choices with long decision timelines. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you look at a lot of like sales manuals for how to sell, be a salesman, selling products and things like that, there's a few key indicators that they use, and creating a sense of urgency and sort of creating a scarcity of things are things to entice people to make a purchase now, because you don't want them coming back later. They're here, they're doing the thing. You want them buying it now, because people who leave and say, oh, I'll come back, like 75% of them never come back. They go home, they talk themselves out of it, and they never buy the thing. And when you're relying on them buying the thing to get commission on it to then pay your bills, because that's the only way you get paid is commission, you need to be good at selling. There's like 5 key factors to that whole little pyramid. Or at least the business model that, the companies I worked for back in my late teens, early 20s, when you're doing like those door-to-door sales nonsenses where you get paid commission only, and you spend more money in gas driving around town trying to get business than you do actually making from the job. But it teaches you something about yourself, builds up your self-confidence, which is really all you have to take away from it, because you really don't get much of a paycheck out of it. So thankfully, a lot of those companies don't really do business that way anymore. This is 25 years later, so. All right. Should be in the home stretch here, right? We got a minute to go. 125. All right. Let's fire this up. 52. Oh, somebody got one more unit in. All right. We'll wait. We'll wait. I'll be respectful of other people's time too. Make sure everybody can get that last chance to get that last unit in. Put up our 8-hour peace shield now as well, before we forget about it later. We'll throw up our 12-hour one before we go to bed. See what we get in these chests. Did we get some 3-star survey parts? 2-star, 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 2-star. Hey, we got 2 of them. Well, that's a step in the right direction. That's done. That's done. Those are working. That's as far as I really can take it right now. We're mining to finish that up. I think I spent trade XP this morning, actually. I don't think I have any left. I think I spent it. Oops. Station event is the one that's ending soon, so we need to pick this up a little bit to get these last few points in. Okay. Stream Raiders. Final battle. Everybody go and kill something. Kill him. Nice. Somebody's getting a Berserker. Somebody's getting a Paladin. Awesome. Nescool and Wasteland. Nescool, I think, was a lower level player. So, newer to the game. So, awesome for him to pick that up. We also finished a milestone, and we got some Necromancer scrolls out of the deal. Ooh, I can promote my Necromancer? I can. My Necromancer is getting bigger. Awesome, Nescool. Thank you very much for hanging out and being part of the show today. You can follow us. We come back. I stream 4 times a week. We usually play Stream Raiders. If you're enjoying the game or you're enjoying the Star Trek content. But that's going to wrap it up for today for Stream Raiders and for our stream. Gonna go give Rooster some love. That's not a metaphor. That's like a, yeah. I will not be on tomorrow. I'll be back Tuesday evening. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, whether you are a mother or have a mother. And you guys take it easy, and until next time, maybe I'll see you around the galaxy.
Tiberius rating with a party of 8 viewers. Hello, Tiberius. Welcome in. There it is. Welcome in.